Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is to give you all some tips and tricks on how to write a competitor analysis section for a business plan. So the way the video is going to work out, the way I have it structured is first I'm going to go ahead and give you all some tips and tricks on how to write a competitor analysis section, what should be included, what should not be included. From that point in time, I've got a sample prepared that is a actual sample of what I would use in my competitor analysis section for a business plan. And then from that point in time, once we're done with that, we'll do a little bit of summary, wrap it up, put a little bow on it, maybe a cherry on top, and call it a day. All right, so with that said, let's move on through this PowerPoint presentation that I have set up for y'all. So for the competitor analysis, tip number one, when you're doing the competitor analysis section, I've seen a lot of people, what they try to do is they want to go ahead and evaluate, 10 or 15 or 20 different competitors all throughout the country. And what happens when they do that is the section becomes, instead of just 1 to 2 pages, it goes to 10 to 15 to 20 pages, or they try to put it into some kind of a chart that makes absolutely no sense. So if you keep your competitor analysis section to 2 or 3 competitors, you're going to be able to compare it to maybe a large company and a small company and still get a good differentiation from what these competitors do as compared to what you do, but you're also going to be able to provide a moderately in-depth evaluation of 2 to 3 competitors as compared to trying to evaluate 20 or 30. It's just going to take too long. You're going to get discombobulated, confused. Whereas if you keep your structure to 1 or 2, you're going to give it it's going to be clean, it's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, but there's also going to be some meat on the bone as well. Next, when you are doing your 2 or 3 competitors, try to choose a large company and maybe a smaller company, a mom and pop shop. So for example, if you're going to open a breakfast restaurant, then maybe compare it to, like an IHOP, and then maybe another local competitor as well. So you're going to be able to show your organization as compared to, the larger organizations, and then again to another company that's more similar to your company as well. It's going to give it a nice little differentiating factor. Next, do a little bit of internet research. You can go into an organization and you can, take a look at the company and see what they're doing and how they're doing it. However, if you go to their website, you're going to you're going to be able to see what a lot of their customers are going to see. And also, if you do a quick Google research and check out their social media advertising, you're going to be able to get feedback about, how the company is treating their customers based on the customer's perspectives. And then finally, for your competitor analysis section, make sure to use a structure. If you just go ahead and start writing 2 to 3 to 4 paragraphs and you're just all over the board with it, then you're going to lose your reader and you're not going to convey the message that you wish to convey. So keep it short, keep it sweet, to the point. And also, don't just knock your competitors and say how horrible they are and what they always do wrong and how they're no good. That defeats the purpose of a competitor analysis, which is you want to be able to identify the good as well as the bad. All right, so with that said, here is a sample of a competitor analysis just a sample that I came up with for this video. The way that I structure my competitor analysis section is I'm going to first label it competition, so that way we let the reader know, well, it's our competitors. Next is going to be the name of the competitor, and then I'm going to introduce just the general statistics or general information about the organization. Maybe their website, their location, city or state, or the address if we have it. And their hours of operation, we want to let them know what their hours are open. From that point in time, we're then going to go into a summary. And in the summary, we want to go ahead and, if we're able to find when the company was established, we definitely want to go ahead and identify that, who the owner is or the CEO, if that information is available. And then what do they do? What kind of products do they sell? What kind of services do they offer? And maybe identify something that they do differently than other competitors in the marketplace. From the summary, the next thing what we want to do is we want to go ahead and do a competitor analysis. I'm not going to go too deep into the competitor analysis. One of the biggest things I'm going to be looking for is, does a company have a good website? Do they have the social media going on? And then I'm going to do a Google search and find out, what are some customer feedbacks about, what has some customers posted about the organization and how have they treated previous customers? And then also I'm going to maybe take a look at the Facebook and do the same thing. What are the feedback from what is the feedback from their customers based on some Facebook reviews? And when I'm looking at the reviews, I want to see the good and the bad. I don't want to just, knock, 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 and just drill them down. I'm going to find some good reviews. I'm going to find some bad reviews, and then, see which ones are more prevalent, and then discuss those. Also, I do this same strategy, same layout, same format for 2 different competitors when I do it for a client. In the second one right here, here's a different tutoring company here. Again, the same structure, the website, the location, the hours of operation. Then I'm going to, again, summarize the information for the organization. And then I'm also going to follow the same format, same structure for the competitor analysis. I'm going to go ahead and identify some goods and bads about the organization, do the Google research, maybe a Facebook research. However, the biggest thing is that I do take this information in a structured manner. We've got the summary, we got the a competitor analysis, and then we move to the next. Competitor. All right, so that is how I structure. That's how the game is played when I do my competitor analysis. And so finally, in summary, when you're doing your competitive analysis section, make sure to follow a proven format. Don't just, willy-dilly start writing paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. Come up with a structure, put it down, and then fill that structure in. When you do that, the reader is going to be able to quickly go through it. They're going to be able to extrapolate the information they're looking for, and they're going to be able to move on to the rest of the business plan. Next is going to be to keep it to 2 to 3 competitors. Don't go to 15 to 20 competitors. You're going to get lost in the woods, and you're not going to be able to convey what these competitors are doing in the marketplace, how they're different, and what are the customers saying about them. So keep it to 2 to 3 competitors. And finally, if you need some help with the competitor analysis section, I'd be delighted to do it. Just reach out, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Be delighted to assist. And if you want some more information on how to write a competitive analysis section for your business plan, visit my website, qualitybusinessplan.com/competitive analysis section. All right, so that's it. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. And as always, have a great day. Thank you.